All right, guys, thank you for tuning in again to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. I'm finally getting around to doing a review on my Oyster Perpetual that I bought a year ago. I did an unboxing on this watch. I'll put the link in the description below so you can click on that and watch that. It was pretty neat. I ordered it online from the watch box. Came in virtually new. It had not been worn before. But this is the new generation that was released in 2020. It's reference number 126000. It has the new caliber 3230. The old caliber was 3120. The main difference is that this has a 70-hour power reserve. You got a 31 joule movement, and then you've got that milled clasp with the Easy Link system with this new generation. Plus you got a better AR coating than the older generation. And you definitely can tell it. I know I've got some lights glaring in here, but you really notice it outside. This has got a true 36 millimeter case. You're at 38.10 that I measure, including the crown. You're at 43.12 lug to lug, which is perfect for a smaller wrist. I'll put this on here so you can see, got just right over 6¼ inch wrist. And it just couldn't fit any better. It's the best fitting watch I own. It just sits ideally on my wrist. So well proportioned. And that Easy Link system comes in handy. You get used to it. You can pop that Easy Link system while you're wearing the watch, like I just did. There, I just put the Easy Link in. It gives you 5 millimeters more length to the band. And that's awesome. When it's hot outside and your arms get a little sticky, you can pop that Easy Link out. It gives you a little more space to, breathe. I've really enjoyed it. I think the Easy Link and the milled clasp were two big selling points to me for getting the new generation. The cool thing is that this is a 30 millimeter crystal. It's the same as a sub 41. So if you sit this watch right next to a sub 41, the crystal area is the same. They're both 30 millimeter. So it's a decent wearing watch. It doesn't wear small. It doesn't feel like you're wearing like a lady's watch. For the longest time, there's been so many Rolexes of the standard size with 36 millimeters, so you can't go wrong. But if you're looking at like a Oyster Perpetual, a Datejust, an Explorer, you're looking at that 36 millimeter option. I tried all those on, and for some reason, I kept coming back to the Oyster Perpetual. It was something that's the way it wore, and I always thought I was going to get a Datejust. I'm a fan of a Jubilee bracelet. I've always liked them, and I kept coming back to the Oyster Perpetual. Something about the Datejust was just too flashy. There was too much I felt to get scratched. I wear this watch 3 or 4 days a week when I travel, and it's everywhere from cars, hotels, airplanes, going through security, and it ages pretty well for a year. You get a few scratches on the clasp. It's to be expected. Gotten a few on the edge of this bezel here that are kind of hard to see. Got a few on the brushed stainless, but they don't show up like they would on a polished bracelet. This bracelet is amazing. It goes from 20 millimeters, tapers down to 17, and it's just so smooth. I don't know how to describe it, but you would say, well, it's just an Oyster bracelet. But it has such a smooth feeling in your hand. I'll pop that Easy Link back in. You see how quickly that goes. There's some micro adjustments that you can make inside the bracelet. They're kind of hard to see here. I had my watchmaker do the micro adjustment. I didn't want to try to toy with that. They're listed way down in here. It's not that easy to move those around. You can see how that slides, those little pins in there. So I would not, if I was you, fool with the micro adjustment, nor would I fool with removing these links. Damaging those screws are very expensive. Links are expensive. There's a waiting time for a link and a screw. So have your watchmaker do it. But other than that, I have no complaints about the watch. It keeps excellent time. It's always been under a second plus or minus a day. And I know Rolex advertises plus or minus 2 seconds a day. I've never had it ever be over a second a day, even when it's running low on power. So accuracy has been amazing. If you get a Rolex and you're over 2 seconds plus or minus a day, and it's not a year or two old, I think you've got a problem. I mean, they should not be running that fast. And I've talked to other guys who say theirs do. I don't know what they've got, but this guy is always under a second a day. I track it with an app called Watch Tracker. And again, it's just excellent accuracy. I've been very happy with it. You see, you're just going to get some smudges on this polished area. So I'm so happy that I went with the brushed Oyster bracelet versus a date just polished bracelet. I think I'd have been really annoyed with the smudges and the scratches, but I still plan to get a date just. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a beautiful watch. So again, if you're looking for a good everyday sport watch, dress watch, you're going to love the Oyster Perpetual. I think you'll really enjoy it. Definitely give it a look over. And make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel when you're over with this so I can keep providing this content. If you got any questions about this or where it came from, I'm not affiliated with the Watch Box, but I highly recommend them. Just leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them the best I can. Again, thanks guys for tuning in.